Welcome to the biology class, students. In the previous class we discussed about, we started the DNA replication process. In that we already completed the two enzymes, DNA polymerase enzyme and its functions and its types, then helicase enzyme, what is helicase, okay, all these things we already discussed. Okay. Today we will discuss the remaining enzymes which are very necessary for the DNA replication process. Okay. Third enzyme which is very necessary for the DNA replication, that is primase. Primase is the enzyme which is very necessary for DNA replication. Primase is a enzyme which initiate DNA replication by adding small segment of RNA strand, or we can just say small segment of the RNA to initial point of new strand. Okay, this is the enzyme which initiates the DNA replication. Okay, by adding the small segment of RNA strand to the initial point of the new strand, means at the, you know that DNA replication which takes place is very complementary to the template strand. Here again I will draw here. Consider this is the parental DNA. Okay. Then when during the DNA replication the strands are going to get separate. This is the enzyme helicase, makes the DNA strands separate. Okay. This structure is known as a replication fork. Okay. The parental DNA have the polarity 3' to 5', 5' to 3'. Okay. Always the DNA replication occurs from 3' to 5' direction, means DNA replication starts in the polarity of 5' to 3' direction. 5' to 3' direction, always the replication takes place. Replication polarity is 5' to 3'. You know that DNA polymerase adds new deoxynucleotide to while during the DNA replication. It will add DNA in the polarity of 5' to 3' direction. Here 3'. Okay. Opposite to this one, new strand is 5' to 3'. Here also same thing, 3' to 5'. Means always the DNA replication which occurs in the opposite polarity of the replication fork. Means if it is 3' direction, the always a synthesis occurs like this. from 5 prime to 3 prime. Here the direction is like this, from 5 prime to 3 prime. Okay, this is known as the replication process. Okay, the problem is the problem with DNA polymerase. This is done by the DNA polymerase. The adding of new nucleotide by the DNA polymerase only. DNA polymerase required double stranded DNA for synthesis. Okay, if the small segment of double stranded DNA is there, then only DNA polymerase work. Okay, at initial stage of DNA replication fork, at free 3 prime end of one strand, the fork adds the second strand. Okay, here this is the at the 3 prime end, at the free 3 prime end of one strand, the fork end of second strand, a small strand of here 3 prime end of one strand and a 5 prime end of a second strand, a small segment of RNA. Remember this one, here RNA, small strand of RNA is synthesized by help of RNA polymerase, okay. At the free, here you can see 3 prime end of one strand and 5 prime end of another strand, a small strand of RNA is synthesized with the help of RNA polymerase. This RNA polymerase is nothing but the primase enzyme, is a primase. Okay, the synthesized RNA is known as primer. RNA primer is to be added in the initial point of the replication. Okay, DNA polymerase is known as primase. The synthesized strand is known as primer, RNA primer. Okay, this is the actual function of primase. Primase is an enzyme which adds a small segment of RNA at the initial point of replication. I hope all of you getting this one. Okay, next we will move to the next enzyme, that is the topoisomerase. Okay, topoisomerase, here it is an enzyme due to unwinding of double stranded DNA makes, due to unwinding of double stranded DNA makes the single stranded DNA which may supercoil get developed. Supercoil means coiling. If the DNA is like this, if suddenly it is uncoiled, there is a bond interaction is possible because there is a hydrogen bonding possibility is there. Okay. After unwinding also there is a possibility of coiling or supercoiling. Suddenly it can mix like this structure. Okay. There is a possibility of supercoiling. Okay. The supercoiling may get developed on the end of DNA to opposite to the replication fork, opposite to the replication fork. Okay. We can see here, due to the unwinding of single stranded DNA, it makes a unwinding of double stranded DNA, it can make a single stranded DNA. Okay. By that, it may creates or it may supercoil the DNA. The ends of the DNA may create supercoiling or something coiled. Okay. Due to this problem, it will stop the replication. That's why the mechanism is built for this problem, that is this. The supercoiling is nothing but tension or supercoiling. That is not actual tension for human beings. Tension means it is something coiled. This tension is released by topoisomerase. Okay. Topoisomerase is an enzyme which releases the supercoiling, which is formed by the single stranded DNA. Okay. In case of eukaryotes. In case of prokaryotes, topoisomerase is known as DNA gyrase. Remember this. DNA gyrase is a topoisomerase in case of prokaryotes. This is a small difference. In case of prokaryote, DNA topoisomerase is known as a gyrase. In case of eukaryotes, it is also known as a topoisomerase. Okay. Topoisomerase releases the tension which is created by the single stranded DNA. This is very important NEET examination question. Which enzyme is necessary to release the tension or supercoiling in the DNA? That is the topoisomerase. Okay. Next. SSBP. I already told that SSBPs are nothing but the proteins. They are not enzymes. Single stranded binding proteins. Okay. Don't get confused now. I am not going to explain here that complete DNA replication process. Okay. I am introducing the enzymes which are very necessary for the replication. After this, I will completely explain the DNA replication mechanism. Okay. The single stranded DNA becomes double stranded DNA becomes single stranded by the helicase. The supercoiling is released by the topoisomerase. Here also same. Okay. Then the single stranded DNA becomes double stranded in any time, because there is a possibility of bonding nitrogen base pairs. Means here I will write exposed single strand DNA is stabilized with help of SSBP. Means single stranded becomes single stranded with the help of SSPs. These proteins are get attached in the open single strand DNA. It will help you to stay in single stranded form for the synthesis. These are the single stranded binding proteins. It will attach on the single strand of parental template DNA. It helps you to stay in the single stranded form during the process of replication. Okay. Then next enzyme, that is the last enzyme, DNA ligase enzyme. Okay. It will come in the last step of replication. In the last step of replication, it is used to join a small fragment of replicated DNA. Already the new strand is replicated by using the template. There is a formation of small fragments of DNA. Okay, those are the newly synthesized DNA that is joined or linked by the DNA ligase enzyme. Consider a small segment of DNAs are synthesized or replicated. These are replicated by the using template. Consider this is a template 3' to 5'. It is always from 5' to 3', 5' to 3', 5' to 3'. These are the newly synthesized DNA. The DNA ligase binds to strands. This is the ligase enzyme. It is nothing but the molecular glue. Glue is nothing but the gum tara. Gum andra ondakondu join madodu. DNA ligase ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ? It will join the two strands of DNA, two fragments of DNA during the replication process. This is very important. Which enzyme is very necessary for gluing or joining the DNA fragments? Which enzyme comes in the last of replication process? That is the DNA ligase enzyme. These are the very important enzymes which are very necessary for the actual DNA replication process. Now we can discuss the mechanism of DNA replication. Here, now I am going to take the eukaryotic DNA as an example. Now I will explain with a rough diagram. Later I will provide the notes for the DNA replication. Up to now we completed the enzymes which are very necessary. We already finished the 90% works. We already know the 90% DNA replication process. Just 10% process we have to learn now. Okay. This is the DNA. DNA is always double stranded. Okay. Okay. Double stranded DNA. Now I am going to write the polarity 5' to 3', 5' to 3'. Okay. This is the DNA. Okay. You know that there is the hydrogen bonds which are present in between two strands of DNA. I already explained the DNA structure. I am not going to explain it again and again. Then, during the replication, let me write this one. Otherwise some student will confuse what madam is going to explain now. Okay. During this process there are the some points which are present on the DNA, those are known as ORI sites or the origin of replication sites or replication origins. Okay. That ORI is recognized by the one of the specialized enzyme that is the helicase enzyme. Helicase enzyme is now going to bind with the ORI. Okay. Well, okay. Next step I will draw here. It will take too much time to draw all these things, no? Yeah. ORI is recognized by the helicase. When the helicase means there are requirement of two helicase, okay. Two helicase are bind with the DNA. After that there is a formation of replication fork. Replication fork ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ there is a Y-shaped structure. By destroying the hydrogen bond in between nitrogen base space. Okay. Just wait student, I will explain all these things. Okay. When this helicase is attached in the either sides of the DNA ORI site, it will form the DNA bubble. Okay. Next, that DNA bubble, next I am going to write here, just focus on the arrow marks, otherwise we will not get that much of space here. That's why after replication fork or replication bubble, if you consider half of this one, if you consider the half of this one replication bubble, you can get the replication fork exactly like this. Okay. Just we are considering the one side of the replication process. Helicase starts its work, already started its work, means it is already uncoiled the DNA. Don't forget to write the directions. Okay. Then after helicase entry, there is another enzyme entered in for the helicase, that is nothing but the topoisomerase. We already discussed about the topoisomerase function. Either sides of a single stranded DNA, it attach, means either sides of parental DNA. Okay, you know that after separating of the DNA, parental DNA act as template. Okay. For the template DNA, topoisomerase is attached in order to release the tension which is created by supercoiling of the single stranded DNA. Okay. Then after this one, another specialized protein comes. Wait, I am searching the new colored. Oh, okay, 1 second. Okay, I hope you can see this one, this color. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay. The proteins which are attached to the single stranded DNA, those are nothing but the SSBPs. SSBPs, single stranded binding proteins. It will make single stranded DNA into single stranded DNA. Okay, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅದೇ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇರೋಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಲಿಕೇಸ್, ಟೋಪಾಯ್ಸೋಮರೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ SS base, the specialized one and only perfect enzyme enters. I am explaining this process like cinematic story. Don't get confused, guys. Okay, it will create interest. That's why I am using the means I am explaining like this. Okay, after entry of helicase, topoisomerase and single stranded binding protease, the replication fork. Okay, we have to mention polarity every time. Okay, then DNA breaks here. Okay, let me ligate with ligase. Then don't forget to mention all the enzymes. I am not going to mention here topoisomerase and SS base. Okay, just after there is a entry of, wait guys, I will use another color pencil. I hope I am using pink one. I hope many of the girls will like this one. This is the DNA polymerase. The hero entered DNA polymerase. Okay, there are some rules for the DNA polymerase. Okay, if DNA polymerase, if you want to take work from the DNA polymerase has so many conditions. What are those conditions? DNA polymerase works on the single stranded DNA only, it is already ready. Okay, then DNA polymerase need always 3' to 5' direction, it is also ready. Okay, then means DNA polymerase always works from 5' to 3' direction. Okay, it is already ready. Then the third condition is very important. DNA polymerase add only, means for it works it needs double stranded DNA. Means initially the DNA polymerase requires single stranded DNA, but for initiation of DNA polymerase work it requires double stranded DNA. There is a problem. Okay, means for that the initial here initially there is a addition of small fragment of RNA. Initially a small fragment of RNA is added. Small fragment of RNA is added by the specialized enzyme known as a primase. We can take that enzyme also here, primase enzyme. Primase is a RNA dependent DNA enzyme. It adds the small segment of RNA. It is known as RNA primer. Okay, the RNA primer is added in the polarity of five prime to and 5. Okay, next. Then the hero entered here, the DNA polymerase entered. Okay. Then DNA polymerase add deoxynucleotides. It will add the nucleotides. Here also same thing, after entry of DNA polymerase, the new strand of DNA is synthesized. Okay. I hope you all of you getting this one. 5' to 3' direction. Here also same thing, 5' to 3' direction. This strand is a newly synthesized strand, new strand. New strand is synthesized means this DNA polymerase add deoxynucleotides to complementary to template. Add deoxynucleotide complementary to the template strand for synthesis of new strand. Okay. Okay. DNA polymerase is very clever. It adds which are the necessary DNA nucleotides or deoxynucleotides. It forms another new strands. There is a formation of hydrogen bonds here also. The hydrogen bonds are because the base pairs are very complementary. You know that this is a semi-conservative mechanism. One strand is a parental and old strand. Another strand is newly synthesized. This is a hybrid or the semi-conservative mechanism of DNA. Okay. Here, one problem arises here. That problem, while replication process, one strand which is in the direction of 5' to 3', okay, that strand is continuous strand. Another strand which is formed in the opposite to the 5' strand, it forms very discontinuous. Once again students, during the replication process, one of this strand, there is a formation of two strands, no? One of the strand is continuously, one strand is going to be synthesized continuously, another strand is going to form discontinuously. This discontinuous and continuous strands I will explain in the next class. Okay. Please watch this video clearly and make the notes. We will continue tomorrow. Thank you.